early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. It's complete to the right. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. From inside the 15, here's the return. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Motion from the wide receiver. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Oh, they're after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Snagged out of the air. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down. And the Trojans will hustle to the line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Looking to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Snap it to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Red pass, it's complete. Touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays? plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. He'll off one deep down the left side. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
Might be changing the route. Sellers from the gun on third down. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Here's Sellers to throw. He turns that loose down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down will open up the final period. Wants to throw it again. Quickly complete. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have two more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Fires left. Got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Sellers to the air again. Touchdown, Texas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. He lets it fly. Pulls it in on the right. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Benjamin. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge third down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going over the top. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Takes it the other way.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. And it's caught. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Longhorns, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. The offense changing the play. Throwing Sellers. Pressure coming. Fires to the tight end. They wrestle him down after a pickup of 11 yards on the play, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. In the red area, it's Benjamin. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Touchdown, Texas! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3.
And I think you hear about this chart all the time, when to go for 2, when not to go for 2. Smart decision. Second half, being up by 1 doesn't help you. Getting that two-point conversion, that's a big deal. Now this offense up by a field goal.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Runs through the tackle.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining it.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage.
Lofts one high and deep. And that is Interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock.
I just